And what do? You drive the car into your dealership, and what does the auto mechanic do? He applies some wires into your computer system, and he accesses your computer system, and he knows everything about your car for the last 6 months, and identifies the problems that need to be taken care of, and repairs it. You know the only thing you know nothing about in your car? You. My God. The automotive service industry has figured out how to take care of its patient and know everything about its patient in real time, except for the person who's driving that car. And think about it. That kind of logic needs to be applied to you and I and to our patients.
We paid $30,000 for a car.
You know, I can get in the car, and the minute I sit in my seat, I gotta have a weight come up on the dashboard. Secondly, the minute I put my hands on the steering wheel, I ought to be able to get a pulse and a rhythm strip. Japanese just designed a new type of rubber that is embedded with nanocarbon tubules that dramatically allow conductivity, electricity. This is rubber that will take an electric current. You just wrap the steering wheel with that, very simple. And now I know everything about, at least the rhythm strip, of the individual. Now think about the seatbelt of the future. And think about signal analysis. First of all, the minute that seatbelt clicks in, I've got respiratory rate. And with appropriate signal processing, I can get mean arterial blood pressure in the individual. The only reason I'm giving what may sound like ridiculous examples is it's not that ridiculous. The fundamental reality is we know nothing about ourselves individually. We know only about ourselves as a collective, normative population. And as you well know, we need to know more about ourselves individually. Telemedicine will go from the hub and spoke network, which is still very important. I'm not trying to say we don't need these, we definitely need these, to the individual walking around in the street who will be constantly monitored, never knowing it, and that red light will only go off when their cyber file picks up a value of their rhythm or their pulse that is outside their personal normative level. That's what I see for our future. I think it's exciting. I think it's this group that's sitting here that has the imagination. That's why you're here. That's why you're doing telemedicine. You had that imagination. Now let's just rev up that imagination and look at some of the things that we need to be thinking about and developing for the future. Of all of the various things that I talked about, all of the issues related to the technology, our biggest problem, I didn't underline this enough, is going to be the resistance to change that we're going to see. Many times when I give this talk, it's usually to my colleagues, and there's usually a lot of folks who look very, very serious after I give the talk, and as a matter of fact, look a little depressed. And I many times get the question, Jay, it sounds like you're trying to get rid of us as a profession. And it usually depends upon the tone of the question as to how I respond to it. If it's a tone like, you're trying to get rid of us, I try and, explain to my colleagues that the objective of the healthcare delivery system is the survival of the patient, not the physician. But if it's asked in a more, sort of, what do we do now? have this slide, but I decided not to trouble you with slides while you're eating lunch. I didn't know how many Heimlichs I could do simultaneously. Is a direct quote from the London Times in 1834. No, 1834. Sorry, 1834, from the Royal Society of Medicine. And the quote, I'm paraphrasing, was something like this: "This new technology that has been introduced is of no value to the physician, provides no new clinical information, and comes between the relationship between the doctor and the patient." And of course, what technology were they so against? The stethoscope. The stethoscope had been invented first by Dr. Laennec. He first thought about it in 1816. Remember, the quote was in 1834. In 1816, a young woman came into his office. Based upon her signs and symptoms, Dr. Laennec, and this is of Laennec's cirrhosis, Dr. Laennec felt that he needed to listen to her heart. And he said, "Madam, I need to listen to your heart." And she said, "Please, doctor, no." She was very shy. She didn't want him to listen to her heart. And the reason she didn't was the method of listening to a person's heart in 1816 was the doctor directly applying his ear to the patient's chest. She didn't want that. He needed to listen to her heart. What did he do? He had a magazine in his office. He rolled up, true story, he rolled up the magazine in a conical fashion. He took the narrow end and put it in his ear and put the wide end on her chest. And it was almost like Archimedes stepping into the tub. Voila! He could hear her heart sounds even better. Between 1816 and 1819, he developed the wooden monocular stethoscope. And even though it provided great clarity and a whole new information base, the Royal Society of Medicine in 1834 were still saying that this new technology will never work and comes between the doctor and the patient. I like to sort of give telemedicine as the stethoscope of the 1800s. It in no way will ever, this technology, this information acquisition, this artificial intelligence, this new continuing medical education system will in no way get rid of the physician at the bedside. The physician at the bedside, the physician at the research bench will constantly be making new observations that are not in that computer program and will constantly be updating it. So this is a dynamic process. This will empower us. This will not paralyze us. Any other questions?